want to highlight once again that Oklahoma is the most obstructive state in the United States, denying voter choices for non-major party candidates by keeping these candidates off the ballot and requiring a lot of money if they can try to get on the ballot because of the signature requirements. Here in Oklahoma, I understand about 40% of your state legislators run without an opponent. Either slam dunk Republican or maybe occasionally slam dunk Democrat. So that's telling the voters basically, if you want to go to the polls, only one's going to win. And maybe that's why a lot of them don't bother to vote, because a competitive democracy with multiple candidates, multiple ideas, multiple backgrounds, multiple agendas is going to bring more people out to vote, and we're going to have a better political process. Another way they do is they keep you off debates, even at the local state level sometimes. But at the Presidential Debate Commission is, and there's a lot on that in this book, is actually a private corporation that was created in 1987 by the Republican Democratic parties to get rid of the League of Women Voters, who they thought were too uppity and were presiding over the debates. And they decide to be the gatekeeper. Well, unless you're Bloomberg or Perot, you can't reach tens of millions of people if you're not on those debates, even if you campaign before huge arenas, as we did, Madison Square Garden, Target Center, and so on. So it is not a small issue. It is not just an issue for a small number of candidates or a small number of voters, because if you can't get on the ballot, you can't grow from one election to another. It's like, what would happen if nature didn't allow a seed to sprout, seeds to sprout? It would atrophy. They say, okay, we'll let you exist if you're a sapling. But no, not if you're a seed. And the same with entrepreneurs. What if business prevented entrepreneurs from starting small, as Dell Computer did, and so on, and Microsoft? So we have to raise the public's sense of how serious this is, because the public that doesn't really like a two-party duopoly or two-party dominance, it just stays home. And the majority now stay home, especially in state and local elections, an off year. And the rest are hereditary voters. Most of them are. Grandparents voted Republican, Democrat. That's the way they're going to vote. It almost doesn't matter who the candidate is. So you have just the opposite of a competitive democratic electoral system. You have an oligarchic duopoly.
Do you think that this is a good time for a third party to emerge?
Yes.
Why?
Well, because first of all, the rolls of independents who are registered independent is growing more and more. And in many states, it's over a third that are registering. Second, the polls are showing that about 60% of the people in a poll I saw, I think it might have been Gallup, I think both major parties are failing. About 60% of the people would like a viable third party, even though they may not vote for it. That's a continual poll result over many years. And here in Oklahoma, you had a Sooner poll that showed over 60% of the people want easier ballot access for third-party independent candidates. And that was in 2010, April. In 2002, you had a Oklahoma political science group, teachers, and that came in, a majority wanted easing of the ballot access laws. Now, having said that, it will take, unfortunately, a mega billionaire like Bloomberg to do it, because they can write the check to themselves and they can hire all the petitioners and all the lawyers. And just because of their resource, they can make some state officials back off from harassment.